Welcome all of you in online teaching learning process. We have started paper number 13 in organic chemistry, in which we have seen, or today we will start unit number 5, bio inorganic chemistry. So this is the new unit, and this bio inorganic chemistry consists of first point introduction, second essential and trace elements in biological process, then about the metalloporphyrins with special reference to hemoglobin and myoglobin. Then lastly we will see biological role of alkali and alkaline earth metal ions with reference to Na plus and K plus and calcium 2 plus ions. So first point is essential and trace elements. In the introductory part, that is role of essential elements in biological process. This is all related to bio-inorganic chemistry. Our body function is wholly depends on bio-inorganic chemistry. This branch of chemistry explains the physiological and biochemical process of the metals and trace elements. We know that our living body are made up of 50 many compounds such as proteins, amino acids, and they are possessing various elements. About 50 to 60 occurring elements has been detected in living system of animals, humans as well as plants. So first we will see classification of bioinorganic elements. First is essential elements which are necessary for functioning of our body. Then trace elements which are present in minute quantities, and ultra elements. In case of essential elements, sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, sulfur, iron, chlorine, silicon, they are also called macro elements. And trace, molybdenum, manganese, fluorine, iodine, copper, zinc, they are known as trace elements. And ultra, very minute quantities, nickel, chromium, selenium, boron, tungsten, tin. And which are toxic elements? The presence of these elements arises bad effects on body, and sometimes they cause typical diseases. Arsenic, then tin, the quantity is near about 60 mg. Then bismuth, lead, cadmium, antimony, beryllium. Sometimes they cause, where excess quantity cause cancerous disease. So this is about the classification. Then trace elements in the human body. Trace elements are also essential for normal maintenance of health and metabolism. They form the functional prosthetic groups in many proteins and enzymes. Trace elements in the body are by definition present in concentration less than 100 ppm, and daily requirement is less than 100 mg only. And which are trace elements? Chromium, cobalt, copper, fluorine, iodine, iron, manganese, molybdenum, silicon, zinc are trace elements in the body. Then as per our syllabus we will see what are essential elements. The elements which are absolutely necessary for life processes are known as essential elements, and about 40 elements are found in the form of simple salts or complexes in plants and animals. Out of these, 25 elements are most essential elements because their absence may cause some ill effects. However, there are some beneficial elements whose presence helps growth, reproduction, but absence has no ill effects. Then essential elements can be classified as metals and non-metals. Metals are hydrogen, sodium, potassium, manganese, iron, cobalt, zinc, molybdenum, selenium. And non-metals, carbon, silicon, nitrogen, bromine, iodine. The elements which are neither essential nor beneficial may cause ill effects, may be called toxic elements. Thus metal, sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium and few members of first transition series are essential for body. Already we have classified in previous slide. Then as per multiple choice question and exam, we will see first biological role of some essential elements. First element, atomic number 1, hydrogen. What is the biological role? That is constituent of all organic molecules and water made up of hydrogen, and molecular hydrogen metabolized by bacteria. Then atomic number 5 is a boron. Boron is essential in plants. Biological role in animals is not clearly known, but ultra trace quantity present in the animals. So boron is essential for plant purpose. Then 6 number, that is carbon, main element in all organic molecules. All organic compounds are made up of carbon atoms, or carbon chemistry is called as organic chemistry. Then atomic number 7, nitrogen, that is synthesis of proteins, and many organic compounds are made up of nitrogen. Nitrogen is very important in the case of heterocyclic compounds. Then atomic number 8, oxygen, atom present in many organic compounds and essential for respiration of living bodies. Our respiration takes place through oxygen. Then atomic number 9, chlorine, essential in trace level in our body. Then 11, atomic number, that is sodium, important in nerve functioning and charge carrier in functioning of nerve and heart. So most important function of sodium is a nerve functioning. By the presence of sodium we can recognize anything, that is the signals are goes to the brain through the nerve functioning. So sodium is important in our life cycle. Then what is the role of magnesium? Atomic number 12, essential to all organism and activates the chlorophyll and enzyme, and main pigment of chlorophyll is a magnesium. So in multiple choice question they will ask which type of element present in the chlorophyll. That is chlorophyll which is present in plants which carry photosynthesis. Then next element is a aluminum, atomic number 13, essential to activate enzyme which are essential for synthesis of porphyrin, that is metalloporphyrins, aluminum. Then silicon, essential for growth in chicks and rats, probably essentially in higher plants. Silicon is essential for plant growth. Then we will see phosphorus, mainly important part of RNA and DNA, that is teeth, bones, lipids, ADP, ATP and metabolic intermediate. So phosphorus is present in RNA and DNA. Then atomic number 16, sulfur, essential atom for the proteins. Then chlorine, NaCl electrolyte and HCl in digestive juices, essential part of the body fluid, chlorine. Then what is the role of potassium? Potassium also functions as a sodium, that is nerve signaling. Then atomic number 20, calcium, so very important role which is involved in blood clotting. So multiple choice question they will ask which type of element present in blood clotting. So calcium is the main answer. Then vanadium, essential of, that is cyst cords, cheeks, deficiency may cause reduced growth and reproduction. Then also carries bone metabolism. Then about the chromium, involved in glucose metabolism and diabetes functioning. Then manganese, activate numerous enzymes, deficiency cause infertility in mammals. Then iron, essential to organism as a main part of body cell and also present in hemoglobin, stored as a ferritin in bone marrow and livers. Then what is the function of cobalt? Essential for many organisms, activates number of enzymes, vitamin B12. So this is also important for objective purpose. In vitamin B12 which element present? Cobalt. Then next is a nickel, that is activate metal in several hydrogenous and plant urease functioning of liver is carried out through nickel. Then what is the use of copper? That is redox enzymes and hemocyanin electron transfer. Copper is present in hemocyanin. This type of question is asked in previous multiple choice questions. So copper which is present in hemocyanin. Then last zinc present in greater than 70 enzymes and used in reproduction purpose. Then atomic number 33, arsenic essential for growth and mortality. Then selenium essential to mammals and some higher plants. Then bromine may be essential for red algae and mammals. Then molybdenum essential to all organisms except green algae, used in enzymes connected with nitrogen fixation and nitrate reduction. So nitrogen fixation involved in molybdenum. And last one, iodine, atomic number 53, essential in many organisms, important in thyroxine metabolism and growth regulation. So for multiple choice question, this type of functioning of the elements is very important. In entrance exam, they ask 2 to 3 questions which we have marked here, that is 29 number, then calcium, then about the cobalt, and then about the magnesium. So these are the frequently asked questions in multiple choice of entrance and in our exam. So this is a very important topic. In here we have covered what is essential elements, what is trace elements, and what is ultra trace elements, and here we highlighted the functions of the essential elements. So this is about the bioinorganic chemistry. In next lecture we will see what is functioning of hemoglobin and myoglobin. So thank you all of you for listening this video.